And hello, everyone. Welcome into another edition of Just Another Year Chicago. My name is Tony Cepeda, and I'm joined again by White Sox expert and my season ticket partner, Jason Frank. How you doing today, Jason?
Doing great. How about you, Tony?
Doing awesome. So here's why. And I think everyone, it hasn't kicked in yet, I don't think, but I think tomorrow it's kind of get a little more buzz. And then I think Wednesday for sure is going to be the peak of it. We'll talk about how this feeling won't last long enough. And of course, we're talking about Chicago Cubs versus the Chicago White Sox, the rivalry that everyone loves. But first, we're going to talk about the Sox win over the Angels today. So we're recording Monday. You're going to see this Tuesday. We'll just hit on that quick, and then we'll get into kind of our favorite stuff about the rivalry, why the Sox are going to obviously crush the Cubs, et cetera, et cetera. So quick little recap. The White Sox won 3-0 against the Angels, kind of close out that 4-game series. They split it. Yep, absolutely. We're back. We're not. Yeah.
We're back, baby.
I guess I should quickly address, we took a week off because the Bulls playoffs and the draft and all that. The Sox suck, but they're good again, I think. So
hey,
that didn't even
TLR,
happen.
He wins when he's from behind. We saw what he did with the Cardinals. He's gunning for that wild card spot. That's what he needs to be comfortable in. And if we get a wild card spot, I think we're going to win the World Series. So.
Absolutely. He loves the challenge. He's done it all. So he's looking to play it on expert mode on, whatever, all Madden. So we did win. We beat the Angels 3-0 on what could potentially be a nice little turning point for the Sox season. It's about to get warmer. It's kind of, the boys look like they're a little looser, and I'll talk about that in a minute after Jason talks about Cease. But quick, Luis Roberts, 3 for 4. He was definitely the MVP offensively today. Had a run scored, but really what he did is he ignited that first inning, put a bat on a ball. That's all he had to do, and he did it 3 times today. 6 for 14 in his last 3 games. Coming back from that little injury, it was nothing crazy. Just kept him out for a little bit. But he's ready to mash. He's ready for it to warm up. Ready to just light the South Side on fire. Potential still coming back to that 2022 AL MVP race. Who knows? But speaking of potential award winners here, Jason, why don't you fill us in on the miraculous pitching outing? I don't know what to call it. Spectacular we saw today.
Yeah, we saw Dylan Cease do Dylan Cease things. He's got that new changeup. He's got that heater. He's got that, was it a slurve?
Got a knuckle curve, and he's got a bunch of stuff that's kind of in the middle.
Yeah, it just moves a lot. But, I said at the beginning of the year, I think he's going to lead the league in Ks, and he's stayed on track with this one. In 7 innings, he had 0 earned runs and 11 Ks. I tweeted it out 1 inning too early. Just looking at what TLR did, I thought he was going to take him out, but glad he didn't. He's fun to watch pitch with all these pitches, these new pitches he's throwing and the movement he has on it. Potential Cy Young, it's not too early to say it. Man's wheeling and dealing. He's got the dirty stash. He K'd up the American Luis Robert 3 times, and then the Aussie closed it out with striking the American Luis Robert on a pretty little slider. Got him looking. So pitching is turning around. Happy to see it.
Absolutely. I actually, so again, since it's a White Sox versus Cubs themed episode, I'm going to talk a little more about the Angels here in a second. But I actually had a friend of mine that's a Cubs fan texted me. He had tuned into the Sox game because it was on during the day. And he was like, Dylan Cease looks like an assassin out there in the all black, just a ridiculous, maniacal mustache. And just that he was in the kind of like, if we're going to compare it to the Cubs, Kyle Hendricks always had that. John Lester was kind of like that. And then, on the White Sox side, obviously Mark Burley, Giolito for sure does it.
My God.
Just zoned in. Every pitch is the most important pitch. I think Steve Stone said that today too. Every pitch was the most important pitch in the universe, in the history of history. It was incredible to watch. And I'm going to be screaming about him being a potential Cy Young winner come May if he keeps this up. Oh, I'm already doing it now. Oh, it's already May.
And he's only, what is he, 25 or 26?
Yes.
He's only going to get better. Only going to get better.
And last little Cubs comment for a moment here. Thank you, Cubs, for Dylan Cease. So to kind of finish up this little recap here, Jose Abreu. So this is my play of potentially the season so far. And obviously it was a great play. I'll explain it first. Jose Abreu scoring from first on that double to left field corner by Angle, bounced around. It was crazy. The only reason he was able to score from first was because it was a pinball machine out in left field. So obviously the play was great. You love when a guy can score from first on any sort of hit, on any sort of play of any kind. But what it really looked like was, and you saw he had this weird slide, and I was a little scared he was hurt. My dad even said something too, but he jumped up and he was smiling and he was happy, and it just looked like everything was loose again. It looks like everyone's starting to be loose.
Back.
TA and Giolito were just giving him crap in the dugout. They were doing it in English. Luis Robert and Grandal were just saying something in Spanish to him old man, get the oxygen out, and that's and I know he loved it. That made his heart happy, made my heart happy to see, it. And that's what baseball is all about. It's about those little moments.
That's the best version of Abreu. That's the best version of the White Sox. It's turning around. The season is turning around. You can tell.
Absolutely. It's a long season. So stuff like that, it boosts chemistry, boosts morale of the team, which hopefully we can see carry over into a great May and at least a great next 2 days, which we will talk about right now. We've been teasing it the whole time. So now the main topic of the podcast, and we'll do a little preview of the game specifically after a couple comments here. So Jason, what are your thoughts on the Crosstown Classic, the Red Line rivalry, Northsiders versus Southsiders, real baseball versus a cute little Disneyland experience, the Chicago Derby for any of you soccer fans out there. Here's a couple more Wikipedia names: the Windy City Showdown, Chicago Showdown, North-South Showdown, never called it that, City Series, that's an okay one, Crosstown Series, Crosstown Cup, or Crosstown Showdown. Too many showdowns, no one says showdown. But it is the greatest rivalry in all of baseball, totally not biased. The Chicago White Sox versus the Chicago Cubs. Jason, hit us with a couple stats.
Yeah, so Sox currently lead the regular season series 70-64. In our last 6, we are 5-1 against the Cubs. So we own the Crosstown Classic, the Red Line rivalry, the Crosstown Cup, all those things Tony said. We own all of those.
Yep.
And then there have been 8 3-game series sweeps since interleague play began. 4 by the Cubs, 4 by the White Sox. So we'll get another sweep soon.
Yeah, it will not technically count this year if we sweep them. I guess maybe if we sweep them 3 straight, if we win 3 straight games, we could we'll just call it a sweep. We'll make a cup.
We just won't lose to them this year. It'll be a big old broom.
It'll be one big 4-game sweep. It'll be a season sweep and a series sweep. We'll take that. So here's my correct take. I know this is correct. Anyone that's a baseball fan in general, but specifically Cubs and Sox fans, I think everyone agrees they should play more than. Well, it was 6 games, kind of the past few years it was 3-3. They've done it a couple times where it's been 2-2, but they should definitely play more than 4 games total per year. Also, it should not be in May. It's going to be 48 degrees tomorrow when Jason and I go, and that's, I think, the high, and it's a night game. There's no reason. It should be a minimum, hear me out. Here's the exact fix. Minimum of 12 games. I'm fine with just 12. I get if you want to make it an odd number, so it's like you can't tie or something. That's
games
fine.
Got to start middle of May. Chicago's best in the summer.
Yes, exactly. Especially, of course, some people say it, and maybe I have also said it. Wrigley is arguably one of the best stadiums in general in the entire world. Obviously, it's, if I was going to rank them, guaranteed rate field, Wrigley. So, why 12 though? So 12, that's how many stops are currently between them on the red line, not including Addison and 35th. So it's just a fun little thing you can play on. Baseball's supposed to be fun. The MLB's finally making a little push. They're adding like stupid all-star game, home run derby stuff, whatever. No, just do the little stuff. That's what baseball's always been. It's always been regional, and that's fine. But you just got to know how to market it then. So play the A's, 1 less series, and just don't play the Marlins. It doesn't matter. Boom, solved.
No one play the Marlins.
Yeah, just relegate the Marlins. They're just an extra feed. They're basically the Yankees feeder team anyway, so it doesn't matter. AAA team. So boom, problem solved. Jason, what else you got?
Yeah, so a few other stats for you. Cubs currently lead the league in bandwagons fans. Mm-hmm. If you go around the stadium tomorrow and ask people who Wilson Contreras is, I guarantee you half of the people in Cubs jerseys won't know. I bet a few wearing his jersey don't know who the heck he is. And then for some Southsiders advice on what to look for, because I do live near Wrigleyville, 5 types of fans you'll be able to see this weekend. 1, the classic husband and wife pairing. They're each going to be wearing their preferred team, and I'm sure neither of them even watch baseball, but they both grew up like with one parent liking one. Number 2, the fan who wears the Cubs jersey and the Sox hat and says, "I'm just cheering for Chicago." Well,
Worse than the devil.
Don't go to the game. Cheer for Chicago at the Bean or something, dude. I don't know. Not this weekend. Or not these games. Then we'll see a split jersey. Think they're so creative. Oh, I found this. My mom made it for me. I bought it from China. No, dude. We see those everywhere. Then this one's okay. A Chicago White Sox Nick Madrigal jersey. Sox fans, we do and did love Nick Madrigal, so we'll deal with this.
It plays, and a potentially, who knows, if there's a Cubs Kimbrel jersey, but you might also see you'll see probably more of the Cubs Madrigal jerseys and maybe Sox, maybe not Sox Kimbrel jerseys, but you'll at least see a couple guys Sox being like, "I'm hilarious." Yeah, jersey. Exactly. This will be funny but I don't even know if they got the jerseys. Sorry. This is only on for a month. But yeah, hit us with the last one. Sorry.
Yeah, so the last one, this is classic Wrigleyville. Very stereotypical. You're going to see dudes who work at the John Hancock, took the red line and probably didn't even know what stop to get off at. And they just got some free tickets from Boss Man. And they don't even know which team is which. They don't know who's starting. They don't know anything about the stadium. So
they're wearing just not even, I was going to say black, but that's, I guess, a White Sox color. I don't know. Just like a brown polo.
Yeah, with their companies plastered over the heart and then like a pocket in the other, sweating in their jeans. God, I hate these people.
John's General Contractors. Yep. Yeah, and he's just like.
Exactly. With his big sunglasses. Ugh.
Yeah.
And then a little extra Cubs fan, some we might see is someone will tape some name over one of the thousands of players that they traded last year with the new player's name and think they're so creative. Dude, we've seen that too.
Yeah. I would love the one split jersey. That would be funny. And honestly, no, I couldn't do it because then I'd be wearing half Cubs. But if you did it, I'd respect it. A Neil Kotz split Cubs Sox jersey, because that was one where it was like, we're just handing them back and forth like a hot potato. And it wasn't, he never really made a difference either way. That would be funny. I would
respect that. Then you, at least we know you follow baseball.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's just, it's good comedy. That's a deeper level people won't get. And that's good comedy there. So speaking of pitchers, actually, that was a great lead in by us. So Jason, I'm going to read exactly what Jason wrote here. All caps, love the pitchers in this quick crosstown showdown. Yes. Boy, do I do as well. I actually looked at it today because I was like, oh, okay, Cease's today. I assume, they're on the, we'll introduce it here in a second. I'll assume they're on the right path. This might set up to be fantastic for us. So, Jason, do you want to hit us with game one?
Game one, lefty alert. We got Michael Kopeck versus Smiley, right?
Drew Smiley, yep.
So, Kopeck has been on a tear with a 1.42 ERA. But he's yet to reach an official decision, so maybe we'll see it here depending on how he's pitching. He's eventually going to have to go like more than a few innings if we're going to call him a real starter long term. And Smiley's has been all right in his last few, but man's a lefty. I know he might have lost to one, but he's a lefty.
Yeah, exactly. We faced a lefty today. I probably should have mentioned that when we were doing the whole Angels breakdown thing. You saw the boys kind of teeing off. So that was a good way to kind of get out of our slump here. Now we can build on it. Game two. So this is not against a lefty. This is just good old fashioned baseball right here. Great. Just a good pitching matchup. If you're,
that'd be great.
Just a pure baseball fan would love this matchup. So it's Lucas Giolito versus Kyle Hendricks. Giolito's coming off, a fine game against the Angels. Yeah, it was good. Kyle Hendricks has not been the same Kyle Hendricks as of like last year or the past couple of years, as he kind of sits at an ERA above 5. He's still the guy, and even like we saw with Giolito last year, he was a guy that he struggled during the regular season. But you're always hoping, okay, this game's the game. He's gonna throw a no hitter. It's just something crazy where he dominates, and that's absolutely something Kyle Hendricks can do. So be wary. Maybe I'm thinking the under on this game if I was going to give out a bet on this.
I was thinking that same thing researching. If you're going to bet under, that's a game that makes sense.
Yeah, just two good pitchers. Sox are coming off like 8 straight games played in a row. I think the Cubs had today off. But either way, cold day. So this is where we begin to right the ship. The boys are buzzing. The warm weather is here next week. Not yet, but will be here soon. The good guys wear black. The South Side Hitmen are headed north. Let's show them how we play baseball on the South Side of Chicago, folks.
Yeah, buddy.
Yes, sir. So with that, that'll do it for this episode of Just Another Year Chicago. My name is Tony Cepeda. Thank you to White Sox expert Jason Frank for joining me again today. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Until next time, Southsiders. See ya.